Okay, so we're going to construct a dot plot using the data given in this example. So the first thing we need is a straight line drawn at the bottom of the page. Use a ruler to do that when you're doing that on paper. Alright, and our lowest score is 8, our highest score is 22. So we need to mark the numbers from 8 all the way up to 22 on our number line there. I'm just going to pause the recording while I do that. Okay, so we've got our number line with numbers going from 8 to 22. So for a dot plot, it's a really simple graph to draw. Basically, we put a dot for every number that we have in our data set here. So I've got an 8, so I put a dot above the 8. Then I've got, you can just go along and put the dots down as you go. So an 11, 12 and a 12, 15 then 13, 10 then 12, 13 then 15. Okay, now one thing that's really important is when you're drawing your dots that you line them up. So you can see that every dot in my first line is lined up nicely here, like that. Every dot on my second line is lined up nicely there as well. Alright, so make sure that you're doing that. That's why it's good to do this with a grid. Okay, let's continue. So we've got 16, 22, 12, 11, 11, 11, 10, 13, 16, 12, 15, 12, 11. Okay, and that's really all there is to a dot plot. It's a very simple graphical representation. The idea is that you can see really quickly that this data has a cluster around the 10 to 13, and there's also an outlier up here. So a score that's apart from the rest of the data, that's called an outlier. Okay, that's it for dot plots.